Did you know that there are three main phases of negotiations in a real estate transaction here in the state of Texas? Well, let me tell you about them. If you don't know who I am, my name is Joshua Sherman. I've been a realtor here in the Fort Worth area for about 8 years now, and I've done my fair share of negotiations, and I'm pretty good at it, if I say so myself. But the first round of negotiations usually is when the offer is being accepted or crafted. As a buyer agent, of course, you're going to make sure the buyers, all the terms in the contract favor your buyer. If you're the listing agent, of course, you're going to make sure that your sellers are going to be protected. So whoever's in your corner, we're going to duke it out, and that's the first round of negotiations. The second negotiation comes in our option period. Other states might call that the due diligence period, but essentially it is your time as a buyer to make sure you have the house evaluated in all of its systems. We're talking electric, plumbing, foundation, roof, HVAC, all of the big things to make sure there's nothing seriously wrong with the home. Now, this opens up another door for negotiations. So if there is something that is insurmountable and you're like, I can't do this as a buyer, I can't take this expense on, you can negotiate with the seller to repair those things, or have a credit at the closing table or seller concessions, or you can do a price reduction. However, usually it's more beneficial for the buyer if you have those seller concessions at the closing table. But every transaction is different, so who knows? The third round of negotiation usually crops up during the appraisal. So the appraisal can sometimes come in below the agreed upon listing price or the offer price. And if that happens, another round of negotiations begins. And there's a couple of things that can happen in this, but that's the third time you really have to overcome. Now, there are other negotiations that crop up here and there because, again, every real estate transaction is so different and there's so many different things that can go wrong, that can go right, and necessarily might not be anybody's fault. It is just the way that it is. So those are the three main forms of negotiations, but you can expect to have negotiations all the time throughout the whole entire process. If you'd like somebody to negotiate on your behalf in your corner, make sure to give me a call, shoot me a text, send me a DM, send me a carrier pigeon or a smoke screen, because smoke screen? What is this, Pokemon? Smoke signal. Either way, love to help you. Bye, neighbors.